welcome to the beginning of the extreme makeover. We are dyeing our hair brown. I figured if I want it to be darker, I can always go darker, but we probably should just start off like middle of the road brown. Also, I tried to kind of tone my hair. It's like kind of, I don't know if you can tell, it's almost orangey, because as I understand it, when you are dyeing your hair, well, and I've seen it as well, when you dye your hair darker, if you have blonde underneath, it can look almost like grey or green, because it's like doesn't have the right undertone almost. So I've just tried to give it a little bit of warmth so that the undertone will hopefully be not grey. Oh yeah, you can kind of see it like that. See, it's just kind of like warmer. So now that we've all prepped, I read the instructions yesterday because I needed to check if I need to wash my hair, but it says to do it on dry, unwashed hair. And the instructions are pretty funny. It's kind of, I feel like a millennial wrote them, to be honest, because it says, without further ado, start applying. And then like at the end it says, and admire results. We're friends here, so I don't want to hear about it, but can you see? Screaming, crying, throwing up. I hope you can see. Like, I know to some people that's not a lot of grays, but to me it's more than I want. And I started getting grays when I was like 23, so I'm over it. Like, I don't need them. I don't want them and I don't need them. And I feel since my hair is already dark, like dyeing your hair at home is way easier than bleaching it at home. We get the colorant cream. I mean, if you have dyed your hair at home, you know what we're about to do, but we have these two things, the coloring cream, and then we get the after color care. And then you also get gloves. Slay, because we don't want to have dyed hands. And we don't want people to know that we did this at home. Slay. I've box dyed my hair before. I'm not expecting anything too crazy to happen, but I am expecting this to help me get a little more slay. There's no going back now. Well, I have done it. I've wiped it as best I can off my face, and now we're marinating for another 20-ish minutes, and then we're just gonna have to wash it and reveal. I nearly threw my instructions away, but I realized I need them because it says blah 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 blah. Cool. Suitcase acquired. Also, fake tan applied. Hair's drying. It's definitely brown. Okay, don't mind that I look like a boy. I have my hair tied up because I am fake tanning. But I'm currently going through my wardrobe and picking things that are off the Richter scale. Like, I intend to slay like I've never slayed before on this trip, so only slay clothes allowed, like only the cream of the crop, best of the best outfits will be coming with me. We can't miss. Like, I genuinely intend to make everyone A, be annoyed with how much I post, but B, kind of like, ooh, like a little aghast with how slay. I don't think I'm asking for too much, really. I feel like with something like this, cute, but it's on my Instagram because I wore it at Christmas. So I'm just going through things and kind of getting cutesy things that I, haven't worn or, haven't posted and that are full slays. Like cute, like super cute sparkly green top for dinner. That's a slay. She's coming. We have to be so critical right now. Like, this is not even funny how serious I'm being. And we're gonna get stripped. Like, I live for a casual top. I love this Tommy jeans top. but I will, like, will it make the final cut? I don't know. Like, I'm gonna bring all my absolute top tier faves and we'll just go from there, I guess. I don't have very many cute workout outfits, so might need to buy some. Alright, this is where we're at so far. All the toiletries and makeup are in here. The boots, and then the outfit is over here, plus friendship bracelets. I love how that looks in the bag. And then we have a fanny pack for travel. I bought this, but I feel like, I don't know if I'll wear it, but maybe someone can. And then straighteners, and then we just have like clothes for the rest of the week. And then I have like my outfit kind of laid out already, which is my Reputation hoodie, sneakers, you know, the easy stuff, sunnies. But in my carry-on I have my eyeshadow palettes and all of the beads, because I realized, like, what is there stopping us? So this is also kind of heavy, but definitely not 7 kilos. And then just my personal bag. And yeah, I'm just buying some things from the shop tomorrow, but otherwise we're pretty much done. Morning crusty crew. It's 3:23 a.m. and I'm dressed, showered and ready to catch a flight to Sydney. Oh, can you see me? There I am. To catch a flight to Sydney, a 6:30 flight. So she's comfy. She's Reputation. If you can tell, this hoodie's a Reputation hoodie. Last night I was mauled and tormented by 2 mosquitoes. So instead of having a good short sleep, which I feel like I was having a good sleep, I've had a very broken up and mosquito filled short sleep. So, you know, I feel good. Yeah. Ready to take the sleigh away. What you gonna do, you know? So yeah, I just got up. I didn't really want to do too much this morning. Just have a shower, get dressed, and literally go to the airport, get coffee. If doing that Andrew Huberman, what's it called, challenge taught me one thing, was that you got to get up immediately. I didn't do a cold shower. I forgot about that. And then I put on my lights. I put on my beauty lights so that my eyes would and brain would wake up, because it's bloody dark outside. But yeah, let's go to Sydney, guys. I think we should go to the Eras tour. So I thought I would just come in here and provide some context throughout this vlog, a little narration, if you will, because like this week, this traveling Sydney, going to the Eras tour was such a dream, and it was so surreal, but it was also like there was so much happening that yeah, I was just living in the moment. And without me coming in here right now to explain the trip and give a little more context, I feel like, yeah, the vlog makes sense, but I feel, I don't know, I could add some cohesion, some director's cuts, if you will, some editor's notes, so that you guys can kind of get a fuller picture of the trip, because it truly was just like one of the best trips I've ever been on. It was so fun. So yeah, I thought may as well just add a couple more stories, context, whatever, so that you guys can get a full vibe of the trip that I went on. Also, I decided to make this vlog all about traveling Sydney and the things we got up to in Sydney, whereas the next vlog is all about the Eras tour. And I'm not like trying to keep you guys on the edge of your toes, not that I think you are, but I don't know, I wanted to like fully dedicate a vlog for each, so that's what we're doing. But anyway, let's start from the beginning. I obviously dyed my hair. I feel like it looks a lot nicer now, like it looks more natural after a few washes. I guess the undertone of my lighter hair has come through a bit, so it just looks a little bit more dimensional, but I did really like having the dark hair for the trip. I feel like it worked well with my outfit at the Eras tour as well, which you will see. Getting ready for this trip was truly chaotic and manic because I was working right up until Friday before. We made friendship bracelets, and then I was like packing. I had like last minute shopping that I had to do, like doing all the stuff around the house that you have to do before you go. Like, it was very, very busy. I felt like I didn't even breathe, and then we had to get up at like 3 a.m. for this flight. And like I said, I was attacked, like personally victimized by a mosquito that was in our room. So that was super fun. That was really slay. But I cannot express how much I didn't think this trip would happen. Like, if you don't know about like what happened to me in 2020 and all of that stuff, me and my boyfriend were planning to go to Italy in March of 2020. Like, I'm sure lots of other people were planning trips. Like, I know that that was not a unique experience of mine, but that was like the first of many trips that I've had since then that were either cancelled or like seriously messed around. Like, since 2020, like I have not left New Zealand since early 2019 before this trip, and I had not had a trip go smoothly since then either, because obviously our big trips got cancelled. We planned multiple trips that also got cancelled in 2020. A trip that we went on later in 2020 to Queenstown, so like the South Island of New Zealand, we planned that and went on that trip in 24 hours. Like, we had all this credit and we had taken time off. Our initial trip we had to cancel because of the lockdowns and all that stuff. It was genuine chaos. We literally, because we had the leave, we were like, let's just go on this trip. So yeah, and then when I went to Kaikoura last year for my birthday, our flight to Christchurch was cancelled, and that's actually how like we had the credits to book our flight to Sydney, was because I had all of this credit from our cancelled flight. So I was like, I don't know if it's a bad omen, booking a flight with cancelled credit. I was like so nervous. I was like, this plane's not gonna, we're never going, like I'm not going. So the fact that when we landed in Sydney, it was so surreal. I was like, I cannot believe I'm in a different country. So that in itself was just crazy, but then for it to be such a lovely and fun trip was just like more than I could have ever asked for. And getting to do things in Sydney as well, like, was just like even extra special. So we stayed with my mum's best friend, and she honestly, like, she looked after us so well. It was so great. She would help us with the train, drop us at the train. She helped us figure out the bus for this tour. She picked us up from the airport. Like, honestly, it was the best. We would have girl chats every night. It was genuinely so fun. And actually the day we arrived, because we got up at 3 a.m, we didn't go to bed until like midnight Australia time. So we were up for like 21 hours pretty much, like nearly a full day we were awake, because we stayed up chatting with my mum's friend. It was just so fun, but that was really good. So we stayed up the whole first day. It was actually pouring torrential rain when we arrived, so we went to the mall and got our nails done. I've pulled them off because the gel started coming off and I got frustrated, but I had like the fun like black cat eye nails. We got some cute accessories at the mall, and we just had like a really fun mall day. And then the next day, which you guys are going to see soon, we did like a lot of like touristy things going around the Sydney CBD. So we went to the Opera House and we had a drink at the Opera House. We went to this really cool restaurant that's super Instagram famous, not the place that Taylor Swift went. We had not been clued in on that, but it was super good. Like, it was called Totti's, and I think they have a few locations in Sydney, but it was so good. Highly recommend. It's definitely a bit fancier, like a bit bougier, but the food was genuinely worth it. Like, I was like, there's no way this is going to be worth it. No, it was worth it. Just been shopping until we literally dropped. My feet are gonna fall off because we did like 15,000 steps. And now we're getting a cocktail at the Opera Bar. I want to get a spritz of some sort. Opera House, in case you didn't know. Lighting's quite slayed this way, not gonna lie. Hair is not being slayed though. I like went to Luna Park the day after, so this was the Thursday, the day before the show, and it was closed. Apparently Luna Park is only open on the weekends, so that's a little fun fact for you guys. I was like, oh, we're just dumb and no one knew that, but like literally everyone we've told, we were like, wait, what? It was closed? Like it was genuinely like one of those things where everyone was really surprised. They were like, why is it closed? We're like, we don't know. But you can still walk around the park and take pictures and all of that stuff. So we did do that, and we also then took the ferry like across the harbor, so we made kind of like the most out of it, and it was a super nice and sunny day, so we still had like a lot of fun. But obviously we didn't get to go on any of the rides, we just kind of got to look around. And then that night we actually had dinner with one of my friends who had just moved to Sydney. It just worked out really well. We had dinner in Manly at a Mexican place, and that was so good as well. And we ended up having ice cream as well. Like it was just like, I cannot portray enough how wholesome and fun this trip was. Like it was girly pop. Like it was just, we were just girls in Sydney being girls, and it was the best, most fun time ever. Like I'm sorry that I had fun. And then obviously Friday was the tour, which I will talk about in my next vlog. Saturday was supposed to be a nice and sunny day, but it actually wasn't. The only thing that I could qualm about is the weather. The weather was very all over the place. I think like 8 people were struck by lightning the week that we were there. It was just crazy. It was a little bit bananas. So the Saturday was supposed to be like kind of a nice, like not so hot day. So we're like, oh, we'll do like a Bondi beach walk. No, it ended up being like super windy and spitting. So instead we still went to Bondi with one of Jess's friends, and then we got acai bowls there. So we were still like the whole time just trying to make the most of it. I felt like the weather definitely made us have to change our plans a little bit, and we were just kind of adapting. Then that evening we saw Anyone But You because it was like raining and we were pretty tired after the concert, but then we also went out for some drinks afterwards. And then on Sunday I was very lucky and I got to see some of my family who actually live in Sydney. So I got to see some of my cousins and my uncle and my granddad and my step grandma. So yeah, it was just like, I don't know, it was super wholesome, super fun. I had the best time. I went with my boyfriend's sister, who's also my friend obviously. And we like it was funny because I was like, you know, we don't have to do everything together if we don't want to, but we ended up doing everything together, and it was just so fun. Like I just had a really great time. Otherwise, that is kind of the first part of this vlog. Keep an eye out for part 2, which will be all about the tour itself. But yeah, sorry for kind of not posting for a couple weeks. I actually didn't get sick from the Eras tour though, which was shocking because I know a lot of people did. I think because I got COVID in December, I missed out on that one, but don't worry because I got sick when I got back. So it was fun, really fun. Sure. But yeah, thanks for watching, and hopefully after this week we will be back into our regular vlogging. I feel like vlogging now after this is just not the same, but I will still try and get back into vlogging and I don't know, do fun things with you guys anyway. But yeah, thanks for watching, and I'll see ya in the next one. Bye.
All right, Sydney, I'd like to try a little experiment. Are you up for it?